Hello, my name is Frederick Banker, and today I wanted to talk about what's going on in Iran, mainly what's going on between Iran, the United States, and Israel. Basically, there's been escalation over how Iran has been treating the protesters and how cruel the response has been with the police and the National Guard. Approximately 30,000 protesters have died over the course of these few weeks, which has resulted in America to send a warning to Iran to not attack their protesters. And this has gotten to the point that we have naval vessels, American naval vessels, stationed nearby Iran, and it looks like there might be an attack coming sooner rather than later. And given the precedent of Donald Trump attacking Iran last year, more specifically attacking their nuclear facilities, there is, like I say, precedent in attacking Iran, but we'll just have to see how the situation unfolds. How it will look, it will be, I can imagine it just being air attacks, mainly against nuclear and military facilities, and maybe even some cooperation between the United States and Israel, as there was supposed to be a conjoined attack between the United States and Israel against Iran, but Trump said no. He wants there to be a decapitation of leadership, basically, kind of similar to what happened in Venezuela. But more than likely, if America and Israel were to attack, then this will not result in a regime change, but rather a change in leadership, as Iran is more established, the Islamic regime in Iran is more established than Maduro's regime was, meaning that it can survive the death of the Ayatollah or the second in command, as we saw in 2019. This will more than likely just be a leadership shakeup between the religious sector, the political sector, and the military sector. Now, hopefully, the best option would be the Iranian people to, reestablish a republic, or as the Iranian people want their old monarchy back, perhaps have their monarchy. But again, that's less likely, but we'll just have to see how things turn out, because we don't really know what would happen if America would attack Iran. But what we do know is that I doubt it would be a quick precision strike as we had with Venezuela, and I think we would have more attacks from Iran, not by themselves, but more or less from their proxies across the world, as they have been funding plenty of Islamic terrorist organizations, not just in the Middle East, but throughout the world. So I can only imagine what would happen if Iran were to, coordinate with those proxies to attack the United States, Israel, and perhaps their European allies as well. Overall, I do think there will be an attack on Iran, but we don't know what it will be for sure. But what I can say is that I do hope that there can at least be some form of peace to come after this whole travesty, because it is a travesty to have tens of thousands of people to perish in such a way, all because they wanted to protest for what they believe in, protest and not cause any, violence. It's, if you looked at any of the social media posts, especially on X or Twitter, about footage that has come from Iran due to the internet blackout, there's only been snippets, but what we have seen is, tragic, because if you look at the United States, when we had, a couple people in Minnesota, when they got attacked, it was a national outcry. But this is on a larger scale than I think we ever really think about, because we don't really live near where Iran is. We can't really fathom that amount, I think the last time we really had something similar happening there would be in the Tiananmen Square massacre, where you did have, Chinese military police firing on tens of thousands of protesters indiscriminately. But that was, before my time. This was before this was like a generation and change before that point, or after that point. So the so it gave people time to forget about it, or to just not really bring it up as much as it should, because it is heartbreaking to see those people kind of go the way they do. And I do hope there can be a response to it, and I do hope that less blood can be shed, you know less blood can be shed in the future than it has in the past. So I can only hope that no matter what happens to Iran today, tomorrow, and the next coming years, that it comes out to be a better future for the Iranian people. But what do you guys think? Do you think Iran will come out better than it has been for the past 50 years? Do you think it will just stay the same, or perhaps worse? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.